Hello, everyone. Welcome to So Bad It's Good.
Sometimes
right,
not.
Dave?
Yeah, I don't know, for some reason, every time you say that title, I think to myself, is that right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. On this week's episode, we decided to watch Ninja Apocalypse! Pow, pow, pow!
Which, on the face of it, I would say I had some hope for this film.
I was expecting
hoping
kind of a Mortal Kombat-esque type affair,
Maybe
based on
cool effects, some cool fighting, maybe.
Last week, I had my notes and I had my everything,
you did?
didn't
No
I?
notebook this week?
No notebook this week because I remember the beginning and the end and I refused to watch it again. I couldn't bring myself to it.
Well, that's the thing, and you're going to have to watch this again, aren't
yes,
you?
I think that's why I'm allowing myself this, because I'm the one that's going to edit the shit out of this.
I did feel sorry for you when I was watching this film earlier, because
you knew
I really resented watching this again.
Yeah. I mean, it's only an hour and 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
So it's not even...
It's not a long watch.
No, but it felt...
It really drags out.
Very, very long. As the title suggests, Ninja Apocalypse, it is essentially a movie about a number of different clans, ninja clans, living in a post-apocalyptic world, who have somehow, never explained, developed varying mutant powers. Although the
kind
thing...
of a bit like, electric hands.
Yeah, electric hands, sort of conjuring fire.
That's what they called it.
Yeah,
the old electric
hands.
Yeah.
Conjuring fire from nowhere. The ability to be in kind of two places at once.
A little bit of telekinesis.
Yeah, a little bit of telekinesis. Yeah, you're just supposed to assume that the nuclear apocalypse caused this. However, on that same kind of train of thought, no one's got two heads. No one's got extra arms.
No, they're all
people perfectly healthy-looking human beings.
Did you notice, sort of near the beginning, there's a bit where there's a landscape scene, and it looks like the moon's blown up.
You have to read the comic book to understand that lore.
Somehow unclear as to who's trained them, but they've all been trained as ninjas.
Obviously.
Every single one of them, these different ninja clans.
I guess, I suppose, in a sort of
in a
more
kind
of
of
a
survival
dog
type
world,
yeah.
all of a sudden fighting ability, you would kind of eventually be left with some prime fighters, I guess, because they've survived.
Ninjas.
But
just ninjas.
But essentially, each of these clans get called to meet with
Old Ninja Man,
who is the only person in this movie who anyone will have ever heard of.
They shoved him a bit of money, didn't they, and said just one scene.
He doesn't have long.
No, he was quite a catch, but he's basically the Grand Master, and he calls all of these clans together for a peace summit.
Gather all the clans. It's time.
That's the line he gives. So at the start of the movie...
It took me... I watched the first 5 minutes a few times to try and figure this out.
Because the tribal people are trying to map the land of the ninjas. Yeah.
Really?
So there's a whole bit where... there's a whole bit where the guy...
over really quickly, in fact, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, you only watched this about an hour ago.
I know. And it took me a while to figure out what the hell was going on.
Scouts from the Uroku Kingdom, mapping our land. Their preparation has begun.
He opens that and says they're mapping our land.
Is that what he said?
They're trying
down.
to map our land. And then he says, it's time. Contact the other clan.
It's a completely pointless interaction, largely.
Yeah.
It doesn't really serve any purpose.
Well, it's
because then when he's gathered all the clans and he gives his speech, old man Ninja Man, he then says that they're coming. The tribal people are coming. I can't remember what they're called. And so they all have to band together. That's why he declares peace, because they all have to work together to fight the tribal people, who you see for about 30 seconds at the beginning of the film, and never again.
The fact that you don't see them again is fine, because the point of the movie changes. So essentially, they bring these all of these lost clans together. Not all of these lost clans, all of these ninja clans together. Yeah. The main clan that we are focused on and we are kind of part of the group of are the Lost Clan.
You never ever find out why they're called the Lost Clan either. At all.
Tell me! Is it that you've lost your way or lost your honor? This is a peace summit!
That's Salty Ninja. That's who I nicknamed Salty Ninja. The man, what's his name? Cage is the main name.
Cage is the main protagonist.
I will call him Western Ninja because that's how I've dubbed him in my
He is the
notes.
leader of the Lost Clan, so he is supposed to be the guy that we latch onto as our kind of...
He gets given a scroll saying it's time to go to
Well, he's the leader of
to
the
the
Lost.
Ninja Parish Council.
Very impressively written scroll as well.
Yeah.
Is it?
God.
Very impressively written. So when at first glance, when you look at it, it looks like it kind of looks like Chinesey kind of type writing, sort of flowing down the page and whatever. But if you look closely, it's actually just written top to bottom, right to left in English in quite sort of stylized lettering.
So Western Ninja gets the scroll, and then they go to their car to go pootle off to the Ninja Parish Council
because their car still runs.
There's a lot. They keep mentioning honour the codes. They say this a lot.
Yeah.
No one knows what the codes are.
Honour the code. It's a peace summit. Those are two things that are said 6 or 7 times each, which is surprising given how little dialogue there is.
And you guys have watched this more than once. And do you know what the code is?
No.
Fumitaka must be hard up if he's invited the Lost Clan.
They have a little bit of a dust up.
Honor the code!
After all the fighting, or the potential fighting, has actually stopped, someone appears and goes,
"No fighting! We're here for a peace summit!"
And he's late to the party, but he's Old Ninja's second in command.
Right.
And there is a moment...
He's probably one of the greatest terrible actors I think I've ever seen in my life.
He is. Most certainly is.
Cage of the Lost Clan. How have you been?
No, there's him, but there's also the other guy who looks like he won a competition to be in a ninja
He's the
film.
director.
That's him.
That's the
That was the
director.
one.
He didn't win a competition to be in the movie. I think he won a competition to direct it. Yeah, he does look like the IT guy with a bandana on.
Because they go into the lift, and Hairy Ninja makes a comment about the fact they were going down these floors. They get to the 20th floor, and he says,
Only the 20th floor? I usually like my peace summits at least 50 floors down.
and then he makes the comment of,
No one has ever come back from the lower floors alive.
But they all gather in front of Old Man Ninja, and he delivers his speech about, we've got to have a truce, we need to unify to fight these random people that we saw for 30 seconds at the beginning of the film.
He was caught scouting our woods. The Uroku Kingdom is building an army.
What I quite liked, he sort of makes his speech, and all the ninjas start chanting his name. And then he says, let the peace start now! And then someone throws a ninja star at his head.
Yeah.
You know what?
Couldn't have been timed better.
I was hoping it was an invite to Dead or Alive.
It was that one. From the Lost Clan.
It was him. I saw him throw it. I saw it with my own eyes. The one called Cage.
Someone shouted and went, he threw it. And then someone else went, yes, I saw him throw it. And you know when you're like, oh, you're not even a part of that game. So you must have genuinely seen it.
Yeah.
But when we actually find out what happened, it's no way is it him. Like, yeah, he looks like him, but he's behind.
Yeah,
he's
I know
so
what you mean.
behind.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Anyone with eyes
yeah.
could have figured that out.
Affects so much of the story, yet it was done so badly.
It's awful.
Like, that should have
It
been
just
the
makes
thing
no sense.
that they spent time positioning correctly so that it could look like it was him, and they completely fucked it.
Because the Lost Clan are sort of near the front of
Yes.
this small
It's
crowd.
it's the worst setup
It's
in the
awful.
history of setup.
So we've got Western Ninja, Hairy Ninja. We also have Viking Ninja, who looks like Hairy Ninja, same hairstyle and beard, but
Just
just blonde.
Blonde. Yeah.
Then we've got Black Ninja, big black mute man,
Yes.
who has sonar powers.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
sonar
remember
powers.
the fight in the dark.
Yeah. And,
Where he
then,
puts his hand on the floor and goes.
and you could just see him.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
He's
I don't remember
he's like Daredevil. Like,
Yeah.
that's essentially it's kind of that idea, isn't it?
I kind of felt sorry for Black Ninja Man because this film is awful, and yet he still couldn't get a speaking role. Sorry. You've also got Lady Ninja. Lady Ninja's in there
He's
as well.
actually better off than the rest of them because he at least doesn't have to deliver any of the piss poor dialogue.
After the Lost Clan have run away,
Right.
one of the highlights of this for me as well. There are a few dotted throughout.
I'm glad you have them.
So Salty Ninja goes and sees the second in command to the old man.
Yeah.
He blames the Lost Clan.
Naturally.
And then there is a brilliant shot of second in command. He gets told this information and he goes...
I don't know what he's thinking about because that doesn't make sense.
Brilliant.
If I said to you, I know who killed it was Jeff, you wouldn't go, Jeff.
But if you'd seen that actor do that, you were like, I've got to put that in. This is just fucking
Not
funny.
if you cared about your film.
No one cared.
I mean, you've
about
seen
this film.
the director's in the movie. You can see how much he cares about the film by how much effort he's put into looking like a fucking ninja.
What was that? I don't know. I didn't see it.
The Lost Clan end up in the dark, and the lizard ninjas, as I called them,
Right.
they appear,
Yeah.
attacking him from the dark, and they've got weird teeth and they bite and shit. And that's where Black Ninja then does his sonar business.
Oh, I
and
see.
He does a few of them in. Hairy Ninja starts blaming Western Ninja for it going wrong.
You got us into this mess coming to this ridiculous summit. Heard you're acting like an idiot.
Oh, I'm an idiot, huh? I'm an idiot. Look what it's gotten us to, huh?
Western Ninja eventually ends up sort of... He's got Hairy Ninja up against the wall. That speech is brilliant.
We'll stay alive by the code.
Your code is dead, and so are we.
Our code is a commitment to the clan, the village, each other. This isn't about us. About whether we live. It's about whether our wives live, our children live, our clan lives. The code is bigger than me. Bigger than us. Brother.
That is...
It's so brilliant. I loved it. Absolutely. That was genuinely one of the highlights of this film for me. After this bit, when they've sort of had their little regrouping and they've had this little spat, they then split off to try and find the way out.
Oh, they do, don't they?
And that's where we get Black Ninja. He gets a scene. And he sneaks up on some of the bad ninjas, the henchmen, the generic ones, not Lizard. So he sort of sneaks up behind some lockers and he just pushes the lockers over on top of the henchmen ninjas. It's a brilliant bit. After he's pushed it over, he just stands there. And it's almost like he doesn't know how to transition from into walking off. So it just looks like he's gone, I'm done now. Then just walks off. Viking ninjas fight henchmen in the stairwell. It just sort of cuts to another scene of another one fighting some more henchmen. But there is a bit where you can visibly see one of the henchmen. He goes to make the strike and then waits for his cue, and then it comes down.
Yeah.
The ninja could have killed him.
Yeah,
just holds it for a heartbeat as he waits for him to turn around and hit his cue.
but there's the code you've got to worry about.
Fire the code!
Before they take the elevator, Salty Ninja turns up and tries to attack them, throwing these fireballs at them, and there's kind of an interaction between
aren't they
Western
behind like a box?
Well,
and they're kind of
there's a
one
bin.
one sort of pops up, throws a thing, goes down again, and they're shouting at each other.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
Do you men know that you killed Fumitaka? 3 witnesses saw you do it. Why would I kill him, huh? You're bitter, Cage. He chose Hiroshi over you.
Your men doubt you, Becker. They know you're behind this. I wouldn't close my eyes tonight. You men are smart. They'll take care of you themselves.
Cage, where are your men now?
You want to see the Lost Clan? I'll show you the Lost Clan.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Under the code.
I think the idea is to show that
I
maybe
can't
Salty
tell.
Ninja is starting to think that maybe it wasn't him, but I think it's just really badly executed.
Yeah.
And then Black Ninja appears with like a bin and then blocks all the fireballs. And then they sort of beat him up. And then they discover some powder, some black powder, which is what they were using to throw the fireballs with. And they take that with them, which does sort of become relevant later.
They were last seen near the elevator.
Which elevator?
The elevator.
They then get in a lift. They're like, great, we're out of here. Try to go up, then it stutters, and then it falls. Not completely. Like, but it descends into the lower levels at a speed.
Right.
It doesn't hit
past level 50
into the to like level 100. I think it is.
Have we lost the lady ninja yet?
So Lady Ninja died. She got killed by the lizard ninjas. It's a very quick death, and then they have a fairly sort of tenderish moment where they've got her laid out on a plinth, like the Lost Clan, and they all join hands, and there's some like blue special effects happen.
And it's impressive that they can find the time to
Whilst
lay her
being
out on a plinth,
chased.
because they are being chased through this place.
How does she die exactly?
She just gets struck by one of the lizard
She get
ninjas.
bitten by one, or just
That's it. She just dies.
she might just be knocked out.
Clearly, her time was up. So they sort of explore this darkened, murky place.
Basically, same set as they've been on the whole time, just a slightly
dark.
different lighting.
Slightly
yeah,
different
someone's
lighting.
turned the dimmer down.
And they find a dead body on the floor. Viking Ninja finds a dead body in the floor.
Right.
Oh, he's dead. And they turn him over and look, and he looks like he's sort of not even half decomposed. He's got like darkened skin.
Just
like,
there's got a
bluishy,
bit of
blackish.
dirt on his face.
Yeah, the dead body wakes up and bites Viking Ninja on the ankle or on the foot, and then the zombie fun happens. Is that before? Hang on, one
When
sec.
you say zombie fun, do they beat up the zombies? Do they like ninja on them?
Yeah, well, sort of.
They do the electricity balls.
Western Ninja and
Sounds boring, yeah.
No, just talking about this film. It's just
before they discover the zombies, there's a funny. There's like some battered old TV screens, and one of them hits the or knocks the screen, and then some static comes on, and Hairy Ninja just flips out, throws a knife at it. Because TVs, you know, they're a danger and everything.
Well, maybe they've never seen them before because they live in an apocalypse.
I guess.
maybe, although
then-
what's his face does have a hologram necklace,
Yeah.
so technology's not. They're not oblivious
not
to
that.
technology.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the second in command guy appears on the TV screens and says, "Quick, come back! I've discovered proof that it wasn't you." And then it's sort of, and he says, "Oh, there's some
How does he
there's
do
some
that?
emergency exit lifts."
How does he do that, Chris?
It's a pre-recorded message.
Yeah, how's he put it onto that TV?
I don't know. It's not explained. Don't think about it
Yeah.
too hard.
Pop that in the little box with what's the code.
Second in command on the video also mentions that there's 2 emergency lifts as well that can get them out.
Okay.
Relevant, sort of. Then they find the dead bodies. Dead body reanimates, bites Viking Ninja on the foot.
Does Viking Ninja die at that point?
No,
I
he
can't
doesn't. He
remember.
actually gets bitten again later. He's
That's
useless.
bad luck, isn't it?
It's almost like...
They fight some of the zombies, run off, try to get out. They find the elevator, but
Cool,
it's not
handy.
working.
Yeah.
And then the horde just sort of descends on them. I say horde. It's probably about 10 people. Viking Ninja gets the lifts working just by pressing 2 wires together.
Oh, I
Hot
do
wire- hot
remember
wires the
this.
He sort of presses it together and he
Yeah.
just keeps going. "Ah! Ah!" They get in and the horde. I say like again, it's like 10 people. They have. I'm pretty sure at this point they have been slaughtering zombies,
Right.
like, in number.
Yeah.
But at that point, the odds were just too much.
Right.
Come on! Sky! 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 No! No! Save him! No! Sky! No! No! No, Sky! Sky, no!
Definitely could have taken those zombies on.
Or they could
But
have just. He could have just stood
Shut the door.
inside,
Yeah,
and shut the
it.
door.
Yeah, just shut the door.
Yeah.
Bit
So they get
manky.
back in the lift. It sort of goes up. I don't know why it doesn't go all the way up, but it goes part of the way up.
Story reasons.
There we go. The sexy ninjas.
You want to know who killed Kumataka, don't you?
Tell me.
Because this is the reveal of how Old Man Ninja has died.
The answers are all right in there.
And then they have
Oh.
a flashback.
No, and
Then
he
they have a
figures it out.
flashback. And then Western Ninja sees his doppelganger move at the back of the crowd.
That's not how memories work, Chris.
Don't tell Chris this.
That's
Chris
not-
didn't make this movie.
In his flashback, he turns his head, sees his other self, his doppelganger, at the back of the crowd, and then sees him throw the star. And then he sort of comes back from his flashback and he's like, it can't be possible. It would have been better to have just had, I saw your doppelganger. Someone say, I saw the doppelganger.
I saw another
him
you.
And I saw another one of you.
Why are they
Not
trying to
just
be mystical about it? Just fucking tell him.
Yeah.
Maybe she's...
Because what if he turned around and went...
The answer's in your head.
No, I can't find it.
Yeah.
Just tell me. And she goes, oh, it was a doppelganger.
Yeah,
Like,
the answer's in your head. Well, I don't think it is, love, because it's been
Yeah.
about an hour since he died, and I've got no fucking idea what's going on.
And then one of the sexy ninjas, like, poisons Viking Ninja. And you see this poison sort of seep up into it through his veins.
You would have thought they would have done that all at the same time.
Yeah, and then the fighting begins.
Wait a minute. Hey, whoa.
Whoa, back
Time
up.
out. If she knows that they didn't do it, why is she poisoning them?
Shits and gigs, mate. So, sexy ninjas have killed Viking Ninja because he's been poisoned. So, hairy ninja and Western ninja make their escape.
That's it. We're only left with them two.
Yeah, just those two
After
now.
being with these characters
I know,
so long, you
we
start
really love
losing
them.
Yeah.
They find another lift, and then one of the sexy ninjas sort of comes back, and there's a bit more of a tussle. They then end up, because she's like grown fingernails, like really long claw-like fingernails, like knives, and they're fighting with those. They eventually slam her own hand into her gut and push her back, and then a zombie appears out of nowhere. You start to see the poison in his leg now, and it's moving
Oh,
up.
they got hairy ninja.
Western Ninja then carries Hairy Ninja out into the open because they've made it to the surface.
Okay, now I'm back. I remember this film
Now
from
you
now
remember.
onwards.
But
I've got
he's-
it now.
And then there's a bit more tenderness between the two.
I can't do this alone. Father chose the right son.
Then Salty Ninja turns up and fights Western Ninja. Western Ninja wins, and he drives Hairy Ninja, who's still alive, away. So they've left. Western Ninja stops to get some water because I think he needs it for the injured Hairy Ninja.
We need to get you back to the village now. Water. Okay, I'll be back in a second.
Finds his little stream, which is the same stream where he got given the scroll. I don't know if that was intentional, but I noticed that.
I'm going to say
minor little thing.
I'm going to say that's probably not. They live in a post-apocalyptic world that's given everyone special powers. Water's all right though.
Yeah, it's
why
fine.
is the river all right?
Because you don't know how long afterwards this is.
No.
Oh, so you think
Because
the
it
waters
just
have
says at the
cleared?
beginning of the film, years later.
Oh.
He sees his doppelganger. He's holding Hairy Ninja with a sword to his throat.
Oh God.
So then all of a sudden, it's
All
the
of a sudden,
doppelganger.
you don't give a shit.
Doppelganger stabs Hairy Ninja and reveals himself as...
Deceit.
dreadful actor, second in command ninja.
Look at that. I didn't think... I thought
No.
it was going to be
I thought it
Lady
was salty,
Ninja.
No, I thought it was Salty Ninja all the way. It's got to be Salty Ninja.
It wasn't,
He
though.
was being so salty that it just had to be him.
You have no honor. No respect for the code. Honor the code!
So then second in command, Becca, something like that. He's a bit pissy because Western Ninja was Old Man Ninja's favourite.
Right.
And then kind of says, but he saw you were stealing apples and he thought that was wrong.
Nah. Nah.
My deceit was subtle. Master Fumitaka, seeing you steal an apple.
Stealing apples?
He definitely says stealing apples. Definitely.
This film's having you on.
So he didn't give Western Ninja the number 2 position then.
Right.
He was like, oh no, he's lost his way. He's stealing
He doesn't
apples.
trust the code.
Stealing apples. The code's very specific about apples.
Yeah, hasn't honoured the code.
To be honest, that is the only part of the code that we can actually ascertain is that the
we don't-
stealing of apples
Yeah.
is bad.
Honor the code!
So he wasn't going to make him number 2, but at this peace treaty, he was going to make him number 2. I don't know what was going to happen to second in
Yeah, does he
command.
go up to one command?
I don't know.
Is he going to get relegated? To...
It's really not that clear.
Surprising.
What the whole...
Surprising that we would get this far into this movie, like an hour and 10 minutes, because it's that fucking long. The fact that we're at that point and nothing makes any sense is no surprise, given that nothing has made sense since the opening moments of the movie.
Seeing you as master of the Lost Clan, upholding the code so well, practically made me vomit. That is why now you must die!
Second in command ninja starts summoning weapons out of dust and starts throwing them at Western Ninja.
Is this bullshit?
But Magic Ninja fight is happening, and then old Hairy Ninja pops up, who you thought's dead, and he stabs second in command in the back.
And that, I think...
No, Salty Ninja then turns up. He then forgives Western Ninja.
What's he forgiving him for?
For not killing him. I don't. Western Ninja and possibly Hairy Ninja then bugger off, and then Salty Ninja cuts the head off of the corpse of second in command, and that's it. That's the end. Done. That was fucking Ninja Apocalypse.
We watched this after watching Sleepwalkers.
Yeah, so we did a double bill.
We also watched quite late as well. We started quite late.
We're going to look like proper old men in this bit.
Yeah.
So, but we started.
No, it was gone one by the time we finished this.
We must have started this movie about midnight.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, Curtis slept from about 4 minutes in, didn't he?
Although the majority of them seem to have...
And he probably picked up the same level of detail as we did. But on second viewing...
I mean, that speech... I remember that speech being bad the first time.
Yeah.
Whereas this time, watching that again, it's so badly acted that it can be nothing but funny.
We've re-rated some films now on our list.
Yeah.
Dead or Alive got 0 from you, from what I remember.
It did, and in hindsight...
I knew he'd want to change this.
I'm not going to change it because it's
I felt like
done.
he shouldn't have gone. He said 1 at first, and I felt he should have stuck with that.
I should have stuck by it. I went 0 purely because it'd been a while since I'd had a cigarette, and I was so annoyed.
Yeah,
you were so angry about
I was so
Alan.
annoyed that I'd just wasted more of my life sort of picking over that bloody film.
Yeah,
it's hard now because I gave Dead or Alive 0. That was actually a more entertaining film than this.
Yeah, it was. Look, we're gonna make mistakes on this, and we're gonna say things,
especially when nicotine withdrawal is involved,
especially because of that. And I think you have to start afresh every time to a degree. You have to still say what was your enjoyment level for this film.
I'm gonna give it. It's a toss up between 1.5 and 2. 1.5.
What the fuck are you doing?
What?
Do you care about this star system?
Because before I'd sort of finished this film again, I was prepared to give it nothing again. Almost. But I kind of enjoyed it.
He enjoyed it more sitting on his own.
Yeah.
I did. On his own.
I genuinely enjoyed watching it. Not genuinely enjoyed, that's going a little bit too far. But there's nuggets of gold in there. More so than Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive was consistently just quite shit and kind of entertaining the way through. This had some real moments where I thought, that's fucking hilarious. There were bits in there that I really enjoyed. Thinking Man. I'm bumping it to 2.
Oh my god.
This is a grower, not a shower.
I think that's ridiculous. Honestly, I think that's ridiculous.
It was kind of fun, and there are some cool fight scenes. For all that there is nothing around it, there's some kind of okay in context. Bear in mind,
relative to the dialogue, the fight scenes are fucking incredible.
Relative to the rest of the film, the fights are kind of entertaining, especially the Magic Ninja fight at the end. That was kind of all right for about 10 seconds.
Right, well, I'm going to give you the proper lowdown.
Who knew more about this film? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's a reason I gave up on it, because it's so awful. This film is generic and bland and awful, purely based on the speech, and it is hilarious. So I'm going to give it half a star, because I think it just deserves that. Like, if maybe you get the clip of it and you just watch that.
I am torn, right? And the reason I'm torn is not because for any... There's not a second or a single part of me that thinks that this is like an enjoyably bad movie.
Yeah.
And I think if you take, not all of it as a package, but if you take bits of this movie and you put them in contrast to The Room, they are both equally as nonsensical, badly acted, badly written, pointless, ridiculous and hilarious. I enjoyed so much the nonsensical stuff about the code and why they were there and the bad acting and everything. there's just enough there to make me say to someone, you're not going to enjoy it, but you are going to laugh at it.
Yeah.
1.5. I'm giving it 1.5.
Extinction was good and I enjoyed watching it, but like I said, there were real bits in this that I just thought were hilarious.
Yeah,
because it was awful.
Oh, look, we've all got our own system, and can't help that yours are wrong. So this one gets 4 out of 15. If you liked this, please do give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you want to hear about us as soon as we release them, you've got to press the bell or smash that bell.
Like, subscribe, double tap the bell.
Share it amongst your friends. Please leave a comment as well. The comments help massively, so leave a comment. Yeah.
If you're picking one out of the ones that we've watched to watch.
Yeah, after
Still
The Room, you go Extinction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Cool.
Cheers.